So we are back on the Hunter's grind, everyone. I've obviously been away covering Outlaws for the last 6 to 8 weeks, and a lot of you guys let me know in the comments before I went and did that during Season 2 of Star Wars Hunters that you wanted me to keep on covering Hunters. Well, don't worry. Like I said, we are back now to cover Star Wars Hunters into the foreseeable future, and especially leading into Season 3, which is only just a day or two away now. And so in today's video, we're going to be going over everything we know as of right now about Season 3 of Star Wars Hunters. Now, I do have 2 little bits of housekeeping to let you guys know about in relation to the channel. If you guys don't really care and you just want to know the information about Season 3, I'll leave some timestamps down below so that you guys can skip ahead. But like I said, it does pertain to the channel, so I thought you guys may be interested. Now, firstly, like I said, we are back on Star Wars Hunters. I have fully wrapped up my initial Star Wars Outlaws content, and that all finished with a very big video, the biggest video that I've ever made in more than 6 years of doing YouTube. And that is this video that you guys can see on screen right now over on my essentially brand new channel, which is a long form sort of retrospective video essay type of channel where I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like this, not just about Star Wars, but also just sort of video games in general. And so if you guys did enjoy Star Wars Outlaws, or even if you think it looks absolutely garbage and you just want to hear someone roast it, that video may interest you guys. I'll leave a link to that down below. I would absolutely love it if you guys could go and show that video some support, as it did take quite a lot of effort. And for any of you guys interested in that type of content, that sort of deep dive, long form content, then I thought I would give that a little bit of a plug in this video. Like I said, there will be not only Star Wars stuff, but just general gaming stuff over there. Now, in terms of this channel, like I said, we are now finally back with Star Wars Hunters, but I'm actually going away the day after this season drops. I've got my best mate's Bucks party and we're going away for about 5 days, which means I'm not going to be able to play. And then when I get back, I'm actually going on a work trip for another day or two. And so even though I'm coming back now with this Star Wars Hunters video, I pretty much won't be uploading for the next probably about 10 days or so. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Yes, we are back, but it's going to be a bit of a slow start to Season 3. And I just wanted to kind of let you guys know about that. It's not because I'm burnt out or bored or anything like that. I literally just do not have the time to get out some Season 3 content because I'm going away the day after it launches. So that is it for the housekeeping. Hopefully that keeps you guys in the loop. And like I said, be sure to go and check out that Outlaws video. But with that being said, let's get stuck into all of these Season 3 details. Now, we got a trailer, which I'm sure you guys may have seen. If you haven't, I'll play it in the background. And this is for the new hunter that is going to be launching in Season 3 called Pillbush. She is an Ewok who is riding around in some sort of like miniature ATST, which looks absolutely awesome. And so this is the new hunter that we are going to be getting in Season 3. And they've even given us some sort of info on her abilities and stuff as well. Now, reading their blog post, they've said Pillbush has 3 abilities and 1 ultimate ability that she uses to speed past, leap over, and blow up the competition. Her first ability is Mechanical Leap, which says Pillbush leaps into the air, allowing for enhanced mobility around the arena. There's then Throw Wisties, and it says Pillbush flings a capsule of fire sprites in an arc, bursting open upon impact. Enemies who come into the Wisties radius will be slowed and damaged for a duration. So pretty similar, if not pretty much identical to the Wisty pouch in Battlefront 2 if you guys played that, and I'm very keen to see that returning. We then have Overload, which says Pillbush gains a speed boost for a duration, as well as a pool of temporary health, a faster reload speed, and a mechanical leap cooldown refresh. Lastly, we then have Cluster Bomb, which says Pillbush's ultimate ability fires a single clustering explosive which knocks enemies back on detonation, as well as launching multiple smaller bombs. So as of right now, that is pretty much all that we know about Pillbush, as well as I guess the little bits of info we can pick up from that trailer that I'm playing in the background. And I think it's fair to say we're all pretty damn keen to get our hands on Pillbush at the beginning of Season 3. Now, something you guys may have also seen in that trailer is that we are going to be getting a Hoth map. We see some little snippets of there towards the end of that trailer, and I've got to say it looks pretty damn awesome. There's also some AT-ATs just kind of chilling in the background, which look pretty ominous as well. And I've got to say this looks like an awesome map. Now, it's not the same map that we had in the soft launch. There was a Hoth map. It was kind of a Hoth and Endor hybrid, which was one of the escort maps, and that map kind of looked a bit similar to this, but it's not quite the same. So I can confirm this is not the same map, which is exciting to know that we will eventually get that back as well once we get Escort, whenever the hell that's going to be, because that's something I want to touch on a little bit towards the end of this video. But yeah, on top of getting Pillbush, we will also be getting a Hoth map, which looks pretty cool from what we've seen of it so far, albeit that's not very much. Now, take this with a grain of salt, because this isn't confirmed as of right now. This is just my guess. I'm going to guess that this is going to be a Rebel-focused season. Obviously, season 2 was an Imperial themed season. We got Chaos, who is an Imperial KX security droid. We got Vader's castle, and a lot of the skins and stuff in the Battle Pass or the Arena Pass, they were Imperial themed too. So it seems like this will probably be the opposite of that, considering we're getting Pillbush. It says in her sort of bio that she is a rebel, and it says she's friends with Zaina because she's a rebel as well. So I'm gonna just guess this will be a rebel themed season, but again, take that with a grain of salt. That is just my guess as of right now, but we will just have to wait and see. Now, something else that is exciting about this season, for any of you who haven't unlocked Arantal yet, they have confirmed, and this was actually a while ago, they did confirm Arantal is coming to the Hunter unlock path at the beginning of season 3. So you no longer have to pay for Arantal. Obviously, a lot of us already bought the Arena Pass or bought him during season 2, but he will now be free. You can unlock him through that Hunter unlock path, and that means any of you who don't have him, you will finally be able to get him. I'm going to assume it will be the same for every Hunter. So that will most likely mean Chaos will be the same, but in season 4. And then obviously now Pillbush will most likely become free at the start of season 5 as well. So again, take that with a grain of salt. We don't know about the future ones. We just know about Arantal, but I'm going to assume it'll be done the same way. Now, that's pretty much it for all of the actual news that we know as of right now. Unfortunately, we don't know all that much, but I do just want to kind of touch on my hopes for season 3. And a lot of it is actually to do with the fact that I just said we don't really know anything. Now, one thing that definitely needs fixing, in my opinion, is the matchmaking and especially the meta when it comes to ranked. Luckily for me, I didn't have to really deal with it because I didn't really play it all during season 2 other than the first week or two, simply because I was covering Star Wars Outlaws, and so it means that I kind of missed the really frustrating ranked grind that everyone was talking about this season. Even though I wasn't playing, I was still paying a lot of attention to the game, and everyone that I've heard was just saying ranked was pretty much insufferable this season, even more so than season 1 of the previous soft launch seasons. And I think that's really because the meta is just so set in stone right now, as well as the fact that a lot of people just get those ranks really early, and then it means that there are a lot less people playing towards the end of the season. And so if you're in like Kyber 3, for example, and there's a week left, it can be a real struggle to get to Kyber 1 because there are less people playing. It means you're often coming up against the same players who are maybe in the, top 100. And yeah, from what I've heard, it was just very much insufferable, which is not what we want to see. That's definitely not what I want to see. I really enjoyed ranked in season 1, and I honestly don't really have any interest in grinding for Kyber 1 next season, just based on what everyone has said in season 2. So that's something I think they really need to fix when it comes to the meta, as well as just matchmaking in general, and hopefully they can address that in season 3. Now, I think they also really need to start ramping up the addition of more content. Obviously, we are getting Pillbush, we're getting a new map in that Hoth map as well, but to me, that's just not enough. One map and one hunter per season, that's just not going to do it. That's not going to keep people engaged, especially when, like I just said, ranked is kind of busted. Ranked is one of those things that can keep people engaged for a long time, but if that's busted and we're only getting a single map and a single hunter, then unfortunately people are going to get bored very, very quickly. So I don't expect more than one hunter. I think one hunter per season is completely fine, and I guess one map per season is fine as well. Where I think they can add more content though is new game modes. We have had Hutball as like a limited time mode. Why the hell that's not in the core game, I have no idea. The same thing goes for Escort. To me, Hutball and Escort were by far the 2 best modes in the soft launch by like a country mile. They were so much better than the rest. And so for me, they really need to add those modes into the game. They also just then need to start adding more modes in the future. It's not like I need 2 modes every season to be added permanently. That's a lot. But I really do just think they need to start adding a little bit more just to keep people engaged, because the last thing they want is for the player base to die off in season 3 or season 4 when this game has so much damn potential. Now, lastly, something that I really, really think needs to be addressed is the communication in season 3 and beyond, as well as just general like community involvement, I guess, when it comes to the game. That needs to be improved massively. It's been pretty much non-existent. We get like 1 blog post per season, maybe 2 if we're lucky, and it's just pretty much the patch notes, and it just simply, it's not good enough. For a multiplayer game, you need to be constantly engaging with your community. You need to keep everyone in the loop. You need to be able to listen to feedback, even if they're not actually going to listen to it. Just even pretend that you're listening to our feedback. It just feels right now like this game exists and we just play it, but there's no one to actually talk to in terms of the developers and stuff. It feels like we're giving our feedback to thin air. It doesn't feel like that's actually going anywhere, if that makes sense. So they really need to improve on the communication and taking on feedback and just that overall community involvement, even down to things like involving creators. There are so many creators, and I'm just going to exclude myself from this just because it'll sound like I'm saying get me involved. Even excluding myself, there are so many creators in this community who know a hell of a lot about the game, and they have got good feedback, not only their own feedback, but we get a lot of comments from the players as well. And so I think creators are often a really good place to gather that feedback and sort of pass it on to developers. So even getting creators involved in the game, getting like, you know, little bits of information about what we're going to get in the next season, and then trying to give feedback on that to improve it before players get their hands on it. That stuff works so well with other games. And I think just little things like that, they really need to improve moving forward in this game, because it just simply has not been good enough. And even that is being generous, because realistically it's been pretty much non-existent, and that just really isn't good enough for a multiplayer Star Wars game. But that is it for pretty much everything we know about Season 3 of Star Wars Hunters, as well as, I guess, just my hopes for the season on top of that too. I'm keen to hear all of your thoughts as well, so be sure to leave them down in the comment section. And like I said, if you guys are interested in Star Wars Outlaws, please do consider heading over to check out the video that I posted over on my long form channel. Like I said, the link to that will be in the description. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and may the Force be with you always.